Group Managing Editor for TMCnet, coming to you from IT Expo East 2011 here in Miami. And joining me is Sean Robertson, Chief Technology Officer for CTD, a value-added reseller of customer premise equipment, CPE, telephony gear. How you doing?
Doing very well.
Good. Thanks for coming to the show.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
So tell me a little bit more about CTD.
Well, CTD is a value-added distributor.
Sorry.
We sell to value-added resellers.
Right,
and our main value add has to do with our technical expertise and our ability to support the reseller.
Okay.
We focus on VAR profits.
Uh-huh.
And that means having salespeople who know their products very well, and then having technical support and professional services people who can make sure they get installed quickly and get people on and off their job sites quickly.
Right, okay, great. So tell me about the major vendors who you represent.
Well, we brought here with us this year the Epic Ace product line from EasyRun, which is a contact center, call center product, which is a new market for us.
Okay.
And then we also have Zultus with us back again this year.
Okay.
And then the LG Ericsson product line is a product that we are working with LG Ericsson to launch into the U.S. market right now, and this is really the opening the opening part of that launch.
Oh, that's great. That's exciting for you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, be able to build out the product line.
Right.
So that's great. And tell me about what you guys are doing in terms of the value add piece of things, a little more detail there in terms of what differentiates you from some of the other distributorships that are out there.
Well, all of our salespeople are technically trained on the products that they sell, which means they can put together not only a quote, but also put together a solution that will handle the needs of the customer.
Mm-hmm.
What really happens a lot of times is a customer will call us and say, what we need is something that does X, and it may not be a product that we carry. It may need to fit into the product that we carry. So knowing the environment, knowing what else is out there, and be able to integrate multi-vendor solutions together for a reseller is important.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're doing that, it's very important also on the other side of things, the technical side of things, to be able to make sure that gets installed. Because if it's one-off piece that maybe someone's never dealt with, or they don't deal with more than a couple times a month, where they're selling our core products every day, but we need a call recording piece. We do the SIP print piece. We sell a lot of that onto our other systems.
Okay.
And then Quintum and those pieces fit as peripherals around our main core product lines.
Right. Okay.
Allworks is also a major product for us, and they're here with Paytech.
Oh, okay. All right, great, good. Another well-known brand.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about technical support. I mean, do you have folks that actually do installations on site, or do you leave that up to your customers to handle?
It's primarily up to the customers. They're definitely the lead on the site.
Right.
We have very little exposure to the end customer as a distributor.
All right.
However, I've personally flown out and handled call center installs for the Zultus product line.
Okay.
A reseller of ours got the Timex account a few years ago, and I helped with the deployment of that.
Right.
We also, on the contact center side, because it is so professional services heavy, we've got people trained in Greenville who can be deployed out along with the reseller to implement those.
Right, okay. Yeah, and part of the basis for the question is whether or not you had any certifications with any of these vendors. I would imagine you probably do. Is that right? Or?
Oh, absolutely. All of our technical people are trained and certified with that, and I actually teach training in our classroom in Greenville for value-added resellers coming in. So they will come in, and we will put them through our own training to make sure they're up to speed, as well as the manufacturer training.
Okay. All right, great. So tell me about a typical customer. What they're looking for, what they're looking to do, some of the trends maybe that you're seeing out there as of late.
Well, resellers are all in this kind of shifting market. They are all looking for other options, other products. Maybe their core product was purchased by someone else, and maybe they feel like they're not quite getting the mind share they used to.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps their sales of a given product line have dropped off, and so really, especially with the LG Ericsson product and some of the traditional telecom carriers who've gone away, this is a very good opportunity for them to get out there and really take advantage of that and give the resellers a high-tech, widely distributed everywhere else in the world product that is very comfortable to them, very familiar to them, and what they've been installing as traditional systems, but it's high-tech, it's IP, it's all of the latest things, SIP trunking and IP phones and remote telephones and all of the features that technology affords in a much more comfortable platform.
Right, okay, all right, great. And I would imagine that the size of the customers or your customers ranges quite a bit.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you've got Allworks, which specializes down in the small office range, and then you've got Zultus, which you can scale that way up, right?
Right, and that's actually the way we ended up with those two product lines. We had Zultus for a long period of time, worked with them, sold a lot of their product but found that people were trying to maybe push that product down into the 5 handset area, where they really wanted blinking buttons and flashing lights, not necessarily desktop software. And so we picked up Allworks and have done very well with that. Feel that that's really a complete product line when you put those two together in a lot of cases. So that's really how we ended up with this.
Right. And do you get the sense that a lot of your customers are doing full rip and replaces, or are they branching out with more office and just looking to handle more remote communications? What's the general trend that you're seeing there? Just looking to upgrade.
Why do people buy phone systems?
Well, why do they upgrade phone systems?
Well, generally they change phone systems when something changes. They outgrow it. They move buildings. They add an office, as you said, and of course remote employees, teleworkers, have become more and more of a trend. So all of those reasons.
Right. Okay. All right. Great. Well, thanks very much for your time. I appreciate it. We've been talking to Sean Robertson, CTO for CTD, coming to you from IT Expo East here in Miami.